fly $1,000,000 away somewhere, just me and you. Can we go MIA somewhere far from this bullshit? Let's fly $1,000,000 away somewhere, just me and you. I don't care where we go, as long as so far, so far, so far from here. It's about time I took a little trip. I need to clear my head.
What's going on, everybody? It's your boy back with another episode of Get It Together with Big Maul, starring me, your host, Big Maul, Molly B, Jamal, Maul, whatever it is that you call me. We back, baby, with another episode. I hope you guys had a great week. Hope you guys enjoyed your weekend and are ready to conquer the new week, the brand new week, man. We stepping into October this week. So whatever you got planned for October, write down those goals. Write them down, meditate on them, pray on them, read them over and over again, and just work towards them, man. Whatever you didn't, if you did have some goals for September and you crushed those goals, congratulations. That's proof that you can make goals and you can achieve those goals and you can work towards them. And if you did write down some things that you would want to do in September, but you didn't get them done, then guess what? This is a new month. Continue right on trying to crush that goal, whatever it is, or goals, whatever they may be. You can do it. I got faith in you. But yeah, we gonna take it one day at a time. So, like I said, I hope you guys had a great week and enjoyed your weekend. Finally got that water pump put on my wife's car. Man, it was tough. Took us we did it, we started last weekend and or weekend before last, and it didn't work. So yeah, this past weekend, oh, we got it. So excuse me. We got it done and feel accomplished. Feel good. Glad we got it done. Glad we got it out of the way and it's running smoothly. And um, so yeah, man, I've been really moving up in the weight room area. I've been doing my thing. I've been feeling good. Especially I want to say it was Friday when I was in the gym and I was on the bench. And you know how some days you go into the gym and you just you don't feel you look good and you feel good, but for some reason you just not having that the day you go in there, you don't have the motivation that you usually have, and you rather be at the house or you rather be doing something else other than working out. And you go in there and you just don't feel like you had the best performance. And other days you go in there and you feel like you are just the man or the woman. You know what I'm saying? And you just killing it. That's how I felt Friday. I felt like that the entire week, but Friday really felt I really felt strong. I really felt like my hard work and my consistency is paying off. You know what I'm saying? Um, but we don't wanna when we have those bad days, we feel like, it's not going anywhere, in our journey, our progression. It's not moving the way we would like it to be moving. Or we feel like it's not moving at all. And so we want to, quit throwing the towel. I feel like whenever you do that, when you're working towards a goal, if you're quick to give up because you don't see the progression, or you're not knocking out things in the time frame that you placed on it, we give up. And I feel like that is so because our hearts are not in it. Like, have you ever seen somebody doing something and you just not necessarily you want to be like, oh man, that is a poor performance, or how do we say trash? It's been, oh, that's trash, or he or she is trash at whatever. But it's like I feel like it's really not that you're not good. You're not even trying your hardest. You're not even really trying to tap into what it is that you're doing. You're just doing it because it's a trend and you feel like everyone else is doing it, or that may look cool, or you in it for the money. Your heart is not in it. Your mind is not in it. Your soul is not in it. So you're not really being genuine and giving it what it deserves, which is all of you, all of your attention, all of your focus, all of your energy. You know what I'm saying? And you also working towards, you're practicing it day in and day out. You're perfecting it. You're perfecting that craft. Just like the Jay-Z's of the world and, the Denzel Washingtons of the world. just all of these different people that are in these different limelights, these different spotlights in their respective professions, they didn't just wake up great. LeBron James didn't just wake up like just the best basketball player on the planet. He had to work at it. He had to practice on days he didn't want to practice. He had to, I'm sure, cut things off or cut people off that he maybe didn't want to cut off or didn't see himself having to cut off, but he did it for the betterment of his growth and knowing that he had a goal, he had a prize, and once you realize that you have talent and you realize that you can be great, you can be special. Once you realize that, that's just the first step. The second step is just putting in the work, you know? The first step, it takes a while, but once you realize that you're great, boom, you're great. Now what you gonna do with it? How many times have you seen someone that you know of, or even a complete stranger rapping? They claim to be a rapper, and then you listen to their music and it's not good. You don't really like it. And then you look at their music videos and you're like, are you even trying? Like, and I don't even say that to be funny, but it's like, are you really trying? Are you really doing this because you feel like you have something to say and you're passionate about it, and this is something that you put your all into and you want the world to hear it? Or is it just something because your friend is doing it? Oh, is it because you want to become um TikTok famous? Oh, excuse me, I'm yawning again. Sorry. No, but like, are you doing that? Why are you doing it? You know what I'm saying? I had a conversation with someone one time that was doing music, and I said, listen, if your heart is not in it, if you don't really, really, really want to do this, then you shouldn't be doing it, because it's going to show up in your work. It's going to show up in your performance. You're not going to see the hunger or even hear the hunger and the desire and just the pure passion from inside if you don't really want to do something, you know. And people think that you can become a success overnight. Let's say you upload a video and it does incredibly well, right? And then you can say you go viral and you got all these views and people following you and whatnot, commenting on your video. You got to follow that up. You got to be better than you got to be better than the video that you just posted. You got to continue to put out great quality content. If you're not a great cook and you're not practicing towards being a great cook, then guess what? People aren't going to eat your food. They're not going to recommend your food. They're not going to keep coming back. If you're just in the kitchen throwing stuff together now, if you are in there studying a cookbook and you are there measuring um the seasonings, and you're just trying to cook something with some soul, and you're trying to create a great presentation with your food, then that means you are dedicated. That might mean you love what you're doing. That may mean that you have an aspiration to be more than just, yeah, I cooked last night. No, you're trying to cook some good food. You're trying to have the house smelling good. You're trying to have your food look good also. And if someone sees you eating food, if you're in your break room at your job or whatever the case is, people may walk by and be like, "Wow, that looks great. Oh, wow, that smells great. Did you cook that yourself?" And you say yes. And you know that they may say, "You know what? Oh, you like to cook that? I could never get that recipe right. I'll pay you if you cook that for me." Or whatever the case is, and then boom, but you gotta love what you do. You gotta know what you're standing for. Okay, you can't just get out there and just do stuff. I always encourage people to go out there and find out what they like, obviously, um, to find their niche, to find their purpose, and to try different things. Because as long as you're on this side of the earth, you can definitely, or this side of the ground, you can definitely be who you want to be what you want to be. But also be realistic with yourself. Is this really true to who you are, or are you just pretending? Are you just pretending to be somebody else? That's not what the world wants. The world wants and needs you. God created you uniquely who you are. So when you find your purpose, or when in the journey of trying to find your purpose, make sure that you're being you. Make sure that you're being yourself. You're giving the world who you are and not someone else. Um, because you're hiding behind a mask. You're hiding, inside of a costume. Because you can't keep that up forever. You can't pretend forever. You can't pretend to be this way um for a lifetime, for your lifetime. It's gonna die out eventually. The real will show. So if you're not practicing being real, then you should practice being real right now. You should start that right now. Some of your best work comes from pain. Some of your best work comes from struggle. Some of your best work comes from um betrayal and being alone and just going through all of these different things in life. So when you put it into your art, you put it into the world sees it and it attracts who it attracts, but it's real and it's honest. And that's why it's attracting people because people feel it. People feel it, you know? But if you're just so quick to just walk away from whatever it is, then you got to question yourself. Was I really in it? Was my heart really in it? Or was I just on some BS? Was I just on some BS? Like, for instance, I used to do music. I used to rap and sing. Well, I used to sing in a choir, but growing up. But this right here is different. Like I used to actually go to the studio with a couple of friends of mine, and we would record music. Now they were already doing music when we were in high school. That I wasn't doing that. Um, but by the time we got to be about 19, we were going to the studio that we recorded at from a friend's house. And for a while, it's like, okay, yeah, I'm a rapper. I'm a rapper. This is cool. And right then and there, that sounds like somebody is just doing something because it's cool. Maybe it's going to get you a lot of eyes on you. It's going to get people talking. You're going to get or feel popularity, and it's going to, put money in your pocket if you reach that level. But I wasn't going to reach that level because my heart wasn't it. That wasn't who I was, a rapper. That wasn't who I was. I was doing it because my friends were doing it and it looked cool. And I wanted to look cool. 18, 19, 20, I wanted to look cool. Yeah, I wanted to be one of the guys that everybody knew and that everybody was like, oh my goodness, I love your music. Oh, and they dapping me up and they wanting pictures and they wanting autographs because I'm gonna blow up one day. That's what I was looking at as the end goal. My heart wasn't in that stuff. I would struggle writing. I would struggle to just be in the booth and record and find a tone that I was comfortable with and find a swagger that I was just in the booth just vibing. Like I wasn't doing that. I was stiff. Was I was very I don't know, I was just very I wasn't eager. I wasn't wide eyed. I was just there. You know what I'm saying? Monkey see, monkey do. And it took a minute, but eventually I was like, quietly, very quietly, I realized within myself, like, this is not who you are. It's cool to have friends that do this, but this isn't who you are. Stick to you. And if you don't know who you are right now, that's okay. Go find it. But you know that this right here isn't what you want to do. You've experienced that, ran its course. You don't want to do that. And I moved on and I didn't feel any type of way. Like I moved on and I was good. But yeah. So if it's not, but you have to realize that yourself, you know, because you don't want people to tell you, it may hurt your feelings. So you need to realize yourself, really be able to analyze yourself and realize where you are currently and what you're doing currently. Is this really who you are? Is this really what you want to be doing? Because you may have some friends around you that aren't afraid to keep it real, and then they tell you that, hey man, this is, nah, this ain't it. You may get your feelings hurt, but you may need that. But if you don't want to hear your friends say it, you know, say it to yourself when you realize it. Say it to yourself when you realize it. But it's not that complicated. Let's not complicate life. Let's not complicate growth. When you know what's for you, you'll know it. You'll feel it. You'll feel comfortable like I do on this podcast, just sitting here talking to you guys, and I feel comfortable. I don't feel antsy. I don't feel shaky. I don't feel like embarrassed or feel like I got to rehearse what I got to say beforehand. I can just get on here and just flow, you know, and everything just comes out naturally. That's what I love about doing what I do. Even when I get in front of videos, it just feels natural. I feel very, very, very comfortable. I feel like I'm at home. I feel like I'm in my safe space. And that's how it should feel when you're doing something. It should feel like an escape. It should feel like something that brings you joy and brings you peace. It grounds you. So what is that in your life? Not about who. I'm not talking about the people in your life. What is it that you do that brings all of these positive forces into your life? What is it that you love to do, that you're passionate about, and that you don't mind doing the extra work to get better? You don't mind practicing at all. You don't mind discovering new ways to do the same old things that you've been doing, or just new ways to find new things to add to what you're doing. Just a little food for thought, man. I just want y'all to think about that. Like I said, no one becomes great overnight, but that's what separates the people that's, going to eventually be great and the people that won't be. You are always entitled to the experience in this life that you want to have. But realize what's going to separate me from the person that that's just out here not really caring is just going each and every day working hard, being focused, being sharp, and trying and praying, and never letting a hard time humble me to the point where I gotta stop. We gonna keep going, but you gotta be able to really realize, really know who you are. Because if you don't, then you have a tough time trying to find yourself. You're gonna have a tough time trying to figure out what it is that you like or that you love, that you feel like you can contribute to the world. It's good to have people around you as outlets and as like just little gateways and links to try things to, or look at and observe and learn from and even experience. But you owe it to yourself to be the best version of yourself. You owe it to yourself to just try everything, but knowing it's not for you. You smarter than that. Please realize that. But I'm about to get up out of here, man. I feel like it was something I wanted to tell y'all, but I forgot. So I don't know. Hope you guys have a great week. Don't let it be mundane. Okay? Go out and be great. Put your heart into whatever it is that you're doing. If you can't do that, then it ain't for you. This ain't something that you're supposed to be doing. Okay? Thank y'all for subscribing. Thank y'all for listening and following, commenting, reposting, everything that helps me in the algorithm and that helps you. Just passing it on to people, keeping it for yourself, whatever the case is. I appreciate you. Through every social media platform, follow me at Jamal Butler. And I don't know. That's about it. That's all I got for y'all, man. Yeah, so thank you guys so much. I love you guys. And I will see you guys on my next episode. Peace.